Hello, fellow Firewood fanatics. This is Chris, and we are in the wood yard again today. Today, I'm going to do a delivery right away. The wood that I got split right here, this is all the stuff that was from that truckload that I got. This is the dry portion of it. Everything else that needs to be dried yet is back over there and in these piles. But this wood right here, when I split it, was bone dry. I did a moisture test on it, and it was all in the teens, so it's good to go. So I never even bothered stacking it. I just threw it off into the side here because I knew I'd have people that would want it, and I already got 2 orders. I already filled one the other night. It was already getting dark out, so I just threw a face cord in my truck and I went and delivered it to a guy who just lives like a half mile from here. But today I got a guy that wants 2 face cords. So I got the trailer backed up and we are gonna fill it up. Not fill it up, we're only gonna put 2 face cords in. And I'm gonna go deliver that. And when I get back from that, then I'm gonna work on stacking wood. And the wood that I'm gonna work on stacking is the wood that I split out here. Oh, was it 2 nights ago? No, yeah, because last night I didn't work outside at all. I had work right until like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. I worked on my other business. I had a long, like a 17-hour day, so glad to be done with that. So here is the pile that I'm gonna work on stacking. So all this cherry right here I split, I chucked out here. That's gonna go right over into that cherry pile. You see that orangish, reddish color stuff? Right there's where all the cherry is stacked. That's where this is gonna go. It's gonna either chuck it over there or wheelbarrow it over there. And then everything back there on this side is all cottonwood. And then this pile, all this right here, this is all ash right here. This whole pile. And then back over here, this stuff over here, this is cottonwood too. So that's all gonna be stacked kind of right in this area. So right out in the field, so it'll dry really fast because it gets sun all the time. I only had 1 piece I couldn't split because it wasn't cut all the way. Here's a piece of ash. It was only cut like right to there, like halfway. So I'll have to finish cutting that and then get that one split. So that's what I'm gonna do when I get back from dumping this load. But first I gotta go make some money, some moolah, some cash. So there it is, loaded. It is 2 face cords of dry oak. So now, all I gotta do is drive to the guy's house, dump it in his driveway, and then bring a couple Uncle Benjamins home. At least that's my plan. So yeah, there it is. I do 4 rows of across like that, and then a little bit extra. It ends up being 2 face cords. So the only time I have to do that is if I don't have them pre-measured, like you see, the piles over here. I just would have taken 2 rows out of a pile like that and just thrown it in loose. But this stuff was just thrown loose here, so it never got stacked, so it never got measured. And really the only true way to know how much you're delivering is to actually stack it. When I do 3 face cords, I can throw it in loose and it's kind of a little heap to it. But if I do 4 face cords, I got to stack it because it's the only way to fit it in. Otherwise it won't fit. Because when you put it in loose, it's fluffier, obviously. You get it more organized. And I just go right top level, fill it completely full, and then I got 4 face cords. If I got to do 5 face cords, which I can do, I have to have an arch to it. Got to pack it just right. I got to put the big ones on top, and then I have to put a little bit in the back of the truck. But I can deliver up to 5, but I usually don't. I usually just do 4 at a time. A lot of people order either 3 or 4. It's pretty common. So anyway, there it is. Gonna go deliver it right now. Well, folks, I am back from the delivery. I pulled a real bonehead move. I forgot to turn the camera on for the dump, so I didn't record the dump. As soon as I got there, the lady of the house comes out. She was all excited. Anyway, there it is. It's empty. See, I did dump it. She came out and she said, I feel like a little kid at Christmas. She said, this is my favorite day of the year when we get our firewood. She said, I hate summer. She said, I can't wait till it's going to start getting cold again and it can be winter. She said, I love getting firewood. So she said, this wood is for me. So she was pretty excited. I wish I had recorded it because she was just like a little kid at Christmas. And so as I was dumping it, she was actually clapping. So it's pretty neat. Nice to see people get excited about wood like I do. Anyway, we're back in the wood yard and the stacking is going to happen. I already started. I threw some pallets down just before I left. So I'm going to start stacking right in here with the ash first and work my way that direction. So stacking happens now. Well, there you have it. There is one full cord I just stacked, and that's all I got time for tonight. So there she be. It's a start. I know I got lots more to do, but it's better than doing nothing. So what I'm going to do is leave a little bit of space right here, probably like just enough to walk through like I've been doing on the other ones, and then I'll just go this direction, kind of over this way. Try to keep the ash over here, and then I'm going to start with the cottonwood somewhere there and just kind of work my way back. And they'll probably end up with a big hole in the middle here, but that's okay because I'll just fill it with something else because I'm always cutting something and always buying more loads of wood that I can put somewhere. So I'm going to do a little walk around here. I just like to admire my piles of wood. I'll kind of go through show you what I've got. So this stuff right here is mostly all oak. It's a whole truckload right there. And then this stuff right here is cherry. This right here is some maple. These two piles, I cut that. That was free wood. This wood right here is oak. Those are the two big oak trees that I cut on the commercial property where the wood that I'm stacking right now came from. All this wood right here is all ash. This all came from a farm that I cut on all the way up to right about here. And then everything right there is oak. And then all this is pine. And I'm just going to show you what's on the outside here as I walk past. And all this right here is still pine. This right here is box elder I cut last year from my woods right here. Everything from here over to where the cookie pile is here, where all the chunks are, is all oak. There's all oak here. And then here's my cookie pile from the last year. And then the rows that come towards me right here are cherry. And all of the stuff that is in the back here is hickory. This whole pile back here is hickory. This whole bunch here, that's half a truckload there. And then over here, this pile right here is all basswood right up to here. And then everything from here all the way up to the front is all oak. All of it is oak. Mostly red oak, but there's some white oak in there too. But anyway, yeah, that's the oak. There's quite a bit of that. Just gonna keep walking and walking. And this all needs to be stacked up in here. This is kind of where I left off with my splitting. And see, all this needs to be stacked. This is all oak here. And then we're gonna spin across and see over there is where we kind of just left, but I'm gonna go back over this way and show you all this stuff. Everything that's in front of me right here is all oak. Everything that's under the clear plastic is all oak, and then all that is oak back there. And then everything starting from right about here, this is all maple, all the way across through here, all the way to the corner. And then everything that's behind the maple, starting right here, this is all cottonwood and aspen, and there's some maple in there and some ash in there too. So that all goes along through here. These are all in single face cord rows. So yeah, so that's all what's here. And then coming up a little space of some junk, and then we start in on the stuff right here, which is mostly popple and cottonwood and ash. And then all of this right here, this whole row right here, well, 3 rows actually, this is all locusts that I cut last fall. So that stuff's all ready to be sold. And then we're gonna go back up kind of where we came from this way. So anyway, that's pretty much everything that I have. And I don't really have much room for anything more. So that's pretty much all the wood you just saw that I have. So I don't think I'll be cutting a whole bunch more. I mean, a little bit here and there probably, but probably won't get a truckload for a while till I get the rest of this stacked, and then maybe I'll buy another truckload. And I'd like to get another truckload of either maple or cherry, something like that dries fast, and I could get it cut and split and stacked so that like for next summer it would be ready. Campfire wood kind of stuff. Maybe even get a load of pine, because I can sell pine real easily for campfire wood. So anyway, there it is. We're back to the beginning now. We're back over here. So that's what I got left to do right here. So that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like, subscribe button. You know what to do. I'll see you tomorrow right here in the wood yard. Good night, Irene.